A Florida Botox doctor drank Four Loko while injecting patients. A fully booked Florida resort abruptly closed and kicked out the guests after it sold. And a man not wearing pants outside a Florida school had a pistol between his legs. And a Florida woman struck her husband after she claims he showed a nude photo of his late ex-wife. These are the weird stories for Friday on Weird AF News. They're all from Florida. You're very welcome. This is Florida Friday. Every Friday we do weird news from the state of Florida only. I love it. I hope you do too.
Those bizarre stories you hear about all the time that seem to only happen here in Florida. I know, right?
Can't make this stuff up. It is just one of the many wacky news stories out of Florida.
Why does the Sunshine State consistently produce such strange news?
But what accounts for all this bizarre news? Is it the weather? Is it the people?
Florida is full of the crazy stories.
A Florida doctor drank Four Loko and champagne during Botox injections on patients. Cracksonville, Florida. A man who was performing Botox treatments on unsuspecting patients has been arrested and charged with practicing or attempting to practice medicine without a medical license, according to the Cracksonville Sheriff's Office. I'd imagine about a fifth of all doctors in Florida are practicing without a medical license. A license? What are you, crazy? Now, somebody named Mike from the Sheriff's Office called this one of the most bizarre cases he's ever come across in his career. He says that the Sheriff's Office received a tip from another law enforcement agency that Dr. Nelson Turin was performing Botox treatments without a medical license and without appropriate state certifications. Yes, but what about the Four Loko? I want to hear more about that. I want to hear more about drunk Dr. Nelson injecting people. Wow. Bruno said investigators found several videos online showing this doctor injecting clients with Botox and doing other treatments. And during their investigation, they came across an advertisement by the doctor, an advertisement for a service called Bubbles and Botox. What's that? Well, the Botox apparently was for the clients. The Bubbles, a.k.a. champagne and Four Loko, was for the doctor. The doctor was consuming champagne and Four Loko. If you don't know what Four Loko is, it's a malt beverage that also is infused with caffeine. Great combination. Your malt liquor and caffeine. Whee! That's when good decisions come about. It says here, he would do this during the patient consultations while he would sit down and have the patient on the table, basically telling them what they would do or what he would need to do and what kind of services that they provided, all while drinking Four Loko and champagne. Now, after seeing this advertisement for Bubbles and Botox, one of the detectives posed as a client and went undercover into the spa to talk to the doctor about some Botox treatments. It says here, during a consultation with the detective, Dr. Turin was seen consuming alcoholic beverages. They said the doctor set up an injection kit, used a marker to identify different areas for an injection, and prepared to perform the treatment. This was while ingesting champagne and Four Loko. That's what you want. Who goes through with Botox when you witness your doctor pounding Four Lokos right in front of your face? Are you okay? Here's a quote from the investigator. Well, that's when our other detectives came in and stopped the doctor where he was. He was arrested prior to injecting our undercover officer, thankfully. They say the investigators checked the Florida Department of Health and the Department of Business and Professional Regulations for licensing. He ain't no doctor. He's not even an advanced nurse practitioner. He's not authorized to even possess the Botox, the lidocaine, or any of the other drugs. For sure, he's simply qualified to purchase Four Loko at the local 7-Eleven. That's about it. That's about all the chemicals that he got registered okay with, as far as we're concerned. And even then, he shouldn't even be on that stuff. He should not be on the Bubbles, is what I'm saying. Now, this is concerning. There are some doctors that are overtly breaking the rules, and then there are some that are covertly breaking the rules. And I don't even know how you find out until it's too late. Like, when I go into a doctor's office, I see those certificates on the wall, and I just assume they're legitimate. But really, anyone could print those out and put those up there, and I wouldn't even know. Of course, if I saw the doctor pounding a Guinness before before he put on the gloves, then I'd be a little bit alarmed. A fully booked Florida resort abruptly closes and kicks the guests out after it is sold. Orlando. Guests at a Florida resort were in for a vacation nightmare when the resort they were staying at abruptly closed without a warning. The guests were kicked out without a refund, and all of its employees were fired when the hotel was sold that day. What are you talking about? How? This is one of the hotel guests that was ousted, named Victoria. Well, we don't really know what we're going to do. You know, with COVID, it's been tough. We're just trying to have a good time, have a little vacation, you know, get a little sunshine, and then we're kicked out. We don't know what we're going to do. Now, Victoria and her family flew to the Sunshine State all the way from Rhode Island for what was supposed to be a 2-week relaxing vacation. The family booked their stay at Champions World Resort. Victoria said the vacation was going great until Thursday. What, the day that you were thrown out? Oh, my goodness. Poor lady. Havoc just broke loose in the resort. I mean, everyone just started coming outside. Everybody's packing their bags and stuff. Victoria said that without warning, hotel employees started going door to door, telling the residents they had hours to pack up and get off the property because the hotel was shutting down right away. She was like, you guys had to pack your stuff and get out of here. You guys have until 4 o'clock. The property has been sold. The hotel employee told her not only were guests being kicked out, but all the employees were fired as well. The manager said he's been working there for 18 years and, you know, he's never heard of such a thing happening. No. The media also spoke with a man who had just arrived at the resort when the chaos was unfolding. He said he had drove all the way from Indiana. Didn't even know that the hotel had been closed until he went to check in. They didn't even give me notice or anything. That's not right. Yeah, you're right, buddy. That's not right. Poor people. Victoria says that the hotel at the time was booked to capacity. Now she and hundreds of other families have to find someplace else to stay during the peak of spring break travel. I called bunches of hotels, bunches and bunches. They said that we're sorry. We're all booked out. They reached out to Champions World Resort for comment for this article, but did not receive a response. I'm not surprised. Well, this is what you get when you book a vacation in Florida. You don't know what's going to happen. You know, the FBI breaks in because the hotel's running an underground drug operation. Or the hotel just sells itself right under your pillow, and you got to move out immediately with no place to go. Happy spring break, everybody. This is Florida. He wasn't wearing any pants outside a Florida school, and he had a pistol between his legs. A disturbing incident played out near a Florida private school in Titusville. I think I just covered a story from Titusville, Florida, a couple of weeks ago. Oh, it's always going down in Titusville, Florida. According to the report from the sheriff's office, a security guard from Temple Christian School noticed a man near the property where the kids were playing on a playground. The security guard approached the suspect. The police report says the school employee noticed this man, Edward Bocci, was not wearing any pants, and he held a pistol between his legs. Typical Florida behavior. They're not wearing any pants around town, especially near a school or a grocery store parking lot. But what's with this pistol between the legs? I'm very alarmed. Let's find out what happened. The guard told Edward Bocci, who wasn't wearing any pants and held a pistol between his legs, that he needed to leave the area and take his pantsless pistol with him. That's when Edward Bocci racked the gun and then put it back inside his bag and walked off. What's racked the gun mean? Well, I didn't know what it means, but apparently it means he gripped his gun and pulled the slide all the way back. And then he put it back inside his bag and walked off, the pantsless man. The security guard said the man appeared to be angry. Wow, that's a surprise. But he did not understand what this man was saying, it claims. He was speaking gibberish, this pantsless man with the pistol between his legs. Given a description of the man, the deputies caught up with him at a nearby gas station. They always go to nearby gas stations. What's the deal with that? Don't you guys know that that's what the first place that the police look for you is a nearby gas station? You need to go somewhere else, man. A nearby Walmart, maybe. You're just going to blend in with the other pantsless people in the parking lot. If you go to the Walmart, no one's going to find you. How are they going to pick you out of a lineup of pantsless people, which is what a Walmart parking lot is really made up of? Of course, if you have a pistol between your legs, you're going to stand out. Anyways, at the nearby gas station, he was given several commands to stop, but he refused, according to the report. He was eventually tased and arrested. Yeah, I don't even know why they give people like this a chance. If you are pantsless outside a nearby gas station, you should just immediately be tased without any questions. The police are so lenient. I mean, all right, I'm not going to get into what I think goes on behind the scenes with that, but I'm just going to say, look, if I'm a cop and you're pantsless at a nearby gas station, you're going down. I'm not going to speak to you. I'm not going to ask you permission. I'm not going to ask you where you're going. I don't need information. You're pantsless. That means you're going down. I'm getting you in a headlock, and I'm going to give you a noogie until backup arrives. You better believe that. Bochy was charged with possession of a weapon on school property, armed, trespassing, resisting an officer, blah, 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 blah. The handgun was loaded with 6 rounds, discovered in the man's bag. The poor children. It's always the poor children. You're going to be at a school. You know, you think you're safe. You bring your kid to a private Catholic school. Oh, it's going to be fine. We're in Florida. Just put them in a private school. Oh, no. Pantsless people with pistols still show up at the fringe of the property of a private school, staring at the kids on the playground. Unbelievable, these kids in Florida. They got no shot, man. No shot. You know, they too are going to end up pantsless with a pistol between their legs if we don't intervene at some point.
Yay! You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man.
A Florida woman beat her husband after she claims he showed off a nude photo of his late wife. Oh, come on, man. You should know better than that. You don't show off nude photos of your ex-wife. A 77-year-old woman was arrested. Well, she's up there, man. 77. She ain't going to take any guff. She was arrested after allegedly throwing food and striking her husband Thursday evening in the village of De La Vista. Sumter County Sheriff's deputies were called at about 7 o'clock to the home after the husband of Marion Elizabeth Magnoni called law enforcement. Now, she sounds like a very fiery Italian woman. You don't mess with fiery Italian women. Doesn't matter if they're 37 or 77. They'll take you down. You certainly don't show nude photos of your ex in front of her. Are you out of your mind, sir? Well, you think this fiery Italian woman, Marion Elizabeth Magnoni, is going to take that? She's going to hit you upside the head with one of those wooden spoons that my great-grandma used to wield in the kitchen of her home when she used to make her gravy. He said that he had been arguing. That's the husband who got struck. Deservedly so, I think. He said he'd been arguing when the altercation occurred, and he attempted to get her to sit down on the couch in the living room. Oh, he tries to calm her down. Hey, honey, come on now. Hey. Look, take a break from the meet the balls. Listen to me, all right? Listen, I'm just trying to show a little photo of, my old lady from back in the day, all right? I want to show my boys that, hey, I used to get this, on a regular. There's no offense, all right? Look, all right? I used to be somebody, huh? It appeared that Marion Magnoni had been drinking. She claimed that the altercation erupted after her husband showed his friends a nude photo of his late wife. And, it probably was an actual picture, right? Because everybody in the stories, 78, 75 to 80, it was like an old black and white photo of his ex-wife, nude. Those old school nude photos. He's showing his friends a nude photo. Hey, check it out. I got this old smoky old photo of my ex. Look at her. If you look closely, you can see a nipple. All right? Look at that. Shh, my wife's coming. Are you okay, you dummy? What an idiot. This guy deserves to get punched by his wife and food thrown at him. This is just really stupid. Now, poor Marion Magnoni, she was booked in the detention center, the poor lady. What about him? Doesn't he get something for peddling pornography? Ancient photographic pornography? Oh, man. This is love in Florida, I have to tell you.
Got an alligator in my backyard and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Got an alligator in my patio and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Had an alligator at my birthday party and nobody cared. Nobody cared. Had an alligator in the front seat of my Volkswagen and nobody cared, 'cause it's Florida. Alligators everywhere and nobody cares. In Florida there's alligators everywhere and nobody cares.
She hit him with a 10-cent pistol 'cause he showed a nude of his ex. Hi, everybody. This is Jonesy, the host. I hope you enjoyed the Florida Friday episode. I hope you're having a lovely weekend, or you had a lovely weekend. I hope you've been vaccinated and you're enjoying life once again. Things are turning around, at least in the state of California where I live. It seems to be getting better. I hope the same for you. I don't know where you're at, but let me know where you're at. Call the show. Say hi. 646-450-2012. Email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. Say hello. I'd love to hear from my listeners. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see what I'm getting into over the weekend. It's @funnyjones. What else did I want to say? Yes, please consider joining the Patreon, patreon.com/weirdafnews. That's how you support the show. Got a lot of extra content in there, like bonus episodes and hilarious videos that I come across. Very weird things that I think my patrons might enjoy. Extra content, really. And you get that good feeling that you're supporting a 5-day-a-week weird news show, which you really can't find anywhere, the daily weird news. So that's pretty cool, too. If you sent me a Florida article, I'm so grateful. Thank you. I appreciate that. It makes my job a little bit easier. When them Florida articles just drop right into my inbox, I just love that. I just do. I just really appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Make me want to, take off my pants. And, oh, hey, just kidding. Just kidding, guys. What else? Yes, well, I guess hope you have a lovely weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you on Monday. Appreciate all of you. Take care.